In this lesson, we're going to learn how to solve multi-step inequalities. Our first problem is 2x minus 5 is less than or equal to 23. Our goal is to isolate the variable, and to do that, we're going to do the opposite operation. When you have a multi-step inequality, you always bring the non-variable term to the other side of the inequality first. So I'm trying to move the 5 and the 2. This is the non-variable term, so I'm going to move that first. On the left side of the inequality, I'm left with the 2x. They're multiplying, so I'm going to divide. I'm not dividing by a negative, so I do not switch the inequality sign. We get x is less than or equal to 14. There it goes. All right. X is less than or equal to because it's equal to because 14 is part of the solution, it's shaded, and anything smaller is also shaded, it's also an answer. All right, negative 6y plus 5 is less than or equal to a negative 16. Go ahead, push pause and try that now. When solving multi-step inequalities, you want to bring the non-variable over first, so I'm going to bring the 5 over. Over here, it's same sign sum, they both are negative, so we're going to add those two. On the left side, we're left with a negative 6y. They're multiplying, so we're going to divide. We are dividing by a negative, so we need to switch that sign. So we get y is greater than or equal to negative 21 over negative 6. That doesn't come out evenly, so it's going to stay a fraction. But we can reduce that by 3. And I'm also going to do negative divided by a negative is a positive. So 21 divided by 3 is 7. 6 divided by 3 is 2. It's going to be easier to graph if we turn this into a mixed number instead of keeping it an improper fraction. So 2 goes into 7 3 times. You have 1 left over, and your denominator stays the same. Y is greater than or equal to 3 and a half. Y is greater than or equal to, again, 3 and a half is part of our solution set, so it's going to be shaded, and anything larger is also a solution. Okay. Negative 7x plus 2 is less than negative 5. Push pause and try that now. All right, our next problem has a distributive property in it. 1/3 times the quantity 3x plus 6 is greater than or equal to negative 1. Okay, before we bring anything to the right side, you have to solve that distributive property. I need to distribute 1/3 to 3 and to 6. So I'm thinking of 3 as a fraction. I put it over 1. I could cross reduce. This becomes 1, this becomes 1. So 1 times 1 is 1. In the denominator, 1 times 1 is 1. I would get 1 over 1, which simplifies to be 1x. Okay, now I'm distributing 1/3 to 6. Again, I can cross reduce. This says 1/3 times 6 over 1. I'm going to cross reduce and take 3 out of both. So in the numerator, I have 1 times 2, which is 2. And the denominator, I have 1 times 1, so I end up getting 2. This becomes just like the problems we did before. We're going to bring the non-variable over first. Same sign sum. Technically, this 1x, x is already by itself. not going to change. So x is greater than or equal to -3. X is greater than or equal to, again, -3 is included in our answer. And we're shading to the right. Let's try another one. Let's try -0.6 times the quantity x minus 5 is less than or equal to 15. Go ahead, push pause and try that now. Your first step is to distribute the -0.6 to both the 1x and the -5. So I get -0.6x. -0.6 times -5 is a +3. Now we bring that non-variable term over, that 3. On the left side, we're left with the -0.6x. This time we have to divide it out. They're multiplying. We're dividing by negatives, so you need to switch that sign. 12 divided by -0.6 is -20. X is greater than or equal to -20. Try -1/4 p minus 12 is greater than -2. Push pause and try that now. Alright, we are going to solve inequalities that have variables on both sides. So our problem says 9x plus 6 is less than 6x plus 21. When you have variables on both sides, your first step is to bring all the variables to one side. It doesn't matter if you collect the variables on the left side or if you collect the variables on the right side. I like to keep things positive, so I'm going to bring this 6x to the left side of the inequality symbol. Look at the sign out in front. It's positive, so we're going to subtract. On this left side, I also have a +6. On the right side, there's a 21 left. Once you combine variables on one side, this becomes a two-step problem. Bring the non-variable over. On the left side, I'm left with 3x. Is less than 5. X is less than. 5 is not included in your solution set, so it's not shaded. Anything smaller is your answer. Let's do 6x minus 7 is greater than 2x plus 17. Go ahead, push pause and try that now. You're going to want to collect variables on one side. You can bring the 6x to the right or the 2x to the left. I like to keep things positive, so I'm going to bring the 2x to the left. There's a -7 on the left side of the inequality symbol. On the right side, there's a 17 left. This is a two-step inequality. Bring the non-variable term over. On the left side, we're left with 4x. We are not dividing by a negative, so we do not switch the symbol. X is greater than 6. is greater than negative 5d minus 4. Push pause and try that now. Alright, this next section is going to look a lot like when we were solving equations. Our title says identify the number of solutions. In this video and the last two we've always been able to get the variable by itself. In this section, you're going to see something else happen. So let's try 8x minus 4 is greater than or equal to 4 times the quantity 2x minus 1. So it looks like on the right side of this inequality, you're going to have to do the distributive property first. I'm going to distribute that 4 to the 2x and that 4 to the negative 1. On the left side, I didn't do anything, so I'm just going to drop it down. Now I have variables on both sides. We're going to want to collect them on one side or the other. I'm going to bring this 8x to this side. But when I do that, they cancel out. 8x minus 8x, they're gone. I could put 0x here, but 0 times x is 0. There are no x's, so I'm not even going to bother to put it down. On the left side of the inequality, I have a negative 4. On the right side of the inequality, I also have a negative 4. Okay. When the variables disappear and you have a true statement, negative 4 is greater than or equal to negative 4. Negative 4 is equal to negative 4. That's a true statement. You're going to have many solutions or all real numbers. Many solutions and all real numbers mean the same thing. Your book says all real numbers. So if you have a true statement, let's put all real numbers. You can pick any number and it'll work for this inequality. Let's try another one. Negative 2x plus 9 is less than negative 2 times the quantity x minus 3. Again, on the right side we have the distributive property. Negative 2 times x, negative 2 times negative 3. On the right side I have negative 2x plus 9. Just drop that down, I didn't do any math. Let's collect all the variables. I'm going to collect the variables on the left side. Again, they cancel out. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. I'm not even going to bother to put 0x because it's just 0. On the left side of the inequality symbol, I have 9. And on the right side, we have 6. So this says 9 is less than 6. Do you see that that's a false statement? When it's a false statement, there are no solutions. No matter what number you put into that inequality, it will not work. Alright, your job is to solve these two problems. 5 times the quantity m plus 5 is less than 5m plus 17. The other inequality is 1 minus 8x is less than or equal to negative 4 times the quantity 2x minus 1. Make sure that you write down any questions that you may have.